For most tech YouTubers, the Consumer Electronics Show is their Super Bowl. It's a once-a-year event hosted appropriately in the city of excess, Las Vegas. For normal creators, CES is a chance to see the devices that will keep consumers consuming for the next year. But I'm not a normal creator. In fact, I'm not normal at all. I'm a burned-out 10-year repair shop owner that somehow ended up with nearly 2 million subscribers that enjoy watching me engage in unhinged rants while having their entire bloodline insulted. So for me, CES is actually DES, the Disposable Electronics Show, because it offers a glimpse into my future, showcasing the laptops that will inevitably land on my repair bench in a few years. But this video isn't going to just be about new tech. It's going to be about my Vegas adventure, which was packed with more excitement than the AI adult toy section, and filled with more laughs than Nvidia's marketing department planning the release of the 50 series. Now, as with all memorable adventures, it starts with being trapped in a metal tube, filling our lungs with coughs and farts for 6 hours, before landing and filling our stomachs while Lupe complains about French toast. And I watch trains to relax before heading to the hotel, knowing this week will be free of errors and tech support. After plummeting 30 stories due to a bad BIOS in the elevator, we respawn as Cheech and Chong and finish our first night in Vegas, enjoying the scenery and being warmly welcomed by the friendly locals.
Fucking freaks.
The next day was a bit of a blur, but it started with a significant lack of privacy, followed by wallet-draining degeneracy,
What?
mediocre breakdancing, a team effort to use a telescope to see a subscriber's penis, and my tiny raccoon-like fingers being called into action at the Cosmo. Because it seems everywhere I travel, tech issues follow. So after causing more damage to MGM than a LinkedIn password did in 2023, Lupe and I cap off the night by engaging in a friendly shuffleboard match where I easily win regardless of what you see or hear.
This guy lost.
The next morning is CES day, so I get my money's worth at the shittiest coffee chain on the planet, before finally arriving at the Venetian Expo only to realize everything was closed so that the real tech influencers can make 20 videos glazing the AI garbage that's going to flood our landfills in 2 years while getting paid to not mention the multiple serious issues with their products. Well, almost everything was closed. Now you guys already know my experiences with iBuyPower and the nickname I've given them, iBuyProblems. But jokes aside, as I've explained in my last short on them, the iBuyProblems era was a combination of chip suppliers forgoing QC due to the shortage between 2020 and 2023, poor part selection that was probably done in an attempt to cut costs, and the fact iBuyPower were the most popular pre-builds during this time period, which saw record numbers of gaming PC sales. Because who buys pre-builds? People that don't work on their own stuff. And where do they bring it when something stops working out of warranty? To
the greatest technician that's ever lived.
So even though everyone, including myself, suffered from defective parts during this period, the majority of my customers were people with pre-builds that just couldn't fix it themselves. And since 2023, we've seen a drastic decrease in out-of-warranty pre-builds coming into the shop for repair, and an increase in pre-builds coming in to be upgraded. So just as I give criticism when it's needed, I also have to give credit where it's due. And as much as these height RGB fish tank cases are begging to be called shite, I'm gonna resist because even an RGB hater like me has to admit these are super impressive. And the fact that these are the most common cases that come into my shop for builds, so the market clearly agrees. So is iBuyPower now known as iBuyProgress? Well, I guess we'll see. But on to the next. Oh boy. I have a saying for these guys. Go A data and lose your data. And while I'm busy trying to figure out what the fuck this is about,
Oh my god.
That looks like my wife after Lupe's done with her.
Yes.
and why this liquid-cooled SSD is making such a horrendous whine, Lupe beelines to the free coffee station, seeing it as a modest compensation for the countless hours he's invested in diagnosing faulty A-data drives. Speaking of faulty,
Yeah, appointment only.
at least we can get a picture with SK Hyman before being distracted.
Damn,
the
that is
booze,
some
man.
liquor.
Fucking get here all late and shit.
Yeah, fuck that coffee, just throw it.
But now on to the big boys, ASUS. While I do enjoy the specs and the material they use, I'm starting to get tired of seeing the letters AI and Copilot everywhere I look. I also think it's hilarious ASUS shows off their fused keyboard that can't be replaced without replacing the entire top case, or showing off the backlit of their Chromebooks that have the same shitty hinge mount design as every other budget laptop they make. Their gaming laptops, however, were the stars of the show, because nothing says I'm cool like blinding your classmates with RGB while your laptop prepares to launch into space. Their motherboards and desktops were cool though, if you require a curved OLED panel on your CPU pump for some reason. Now the last stop would have been Lenovo, but we weren't allowed in because
The CEO of Twitch was in there.
Fuck cares, why are so many people?
So unfortunately, I didn't get to see the glass sandwich yoga for myself, or the new idea pad that will probably break if you pick it up by the corner. But at least I got a picture with my wife's boyfriend in front of the love sign, and I wasn't alone. With my hopes for humanity and the future of tech reaching an all-time low, there's only one thing that can cheer me up: winning money. Lupe, however, seemed to have other plans. And like every good night in Vegas, it ends with me eating pink box in the bathtub while posing for my next album cover. For day 2 of CES, we were heading to the convention center, which has a whopping 2.5 million square feet of exhibit space. And if that number is difficult to comprehend, it's roughly 1/3 of the area your mother occupies. But we're not here to wander, because today we have a plan, which starts with meeting up with my manager.
Hey, Andy, what's up, man?
Nice to meet you, man, finally.
What? Wow, those really are tiny.
Then we're off to visit the Ugreen booth to check out their new AI NAS and the greatest chargers that ever lived. Followed by Lupe trying to steal my Chinese wife before photobombing these unsuspecting victims. Bias aside, this was actually the coolest booth I visited because of how friendly everyone was. Ugreen really knows how to vibe, and to keep this party going, I came up with an idea. Every time I see the word AI, I'll take a swig out of my flask.
AI.
Yeah, exactly. Bottoms up.
AI. AI.
Bottoms up.
AI. Oh no. AI.
After using AI Brondo to sober myself up, I'm in the mood for a drive. Unfortunately, this BMW wasn't available, so I settled for the next best thing. Gyrore's electric ride-on luggage for children, or tiny raccoon-sized super babies like me.
Oh yes, we are both a super baby, right? Big turn, yeah.
Oh, I need this in the airport.
DJ Ludi Lupe also had his fun trying out some AI DJ equipment, as did all these people receiving happy endings from AI massage chairs. And this AI dog taking an AI piss. Properly fed up with these 2 letters, we were finally rescued by Act Nano, a company that specializes in waterproofing electronics using a silicon-based PFAS-free topical spray called NanoGuard. This was by far the highlight of my trip, since it was the only product I saw that focused on making devices last longer while at the same time protecting the environment. Having already proven their product in the automotive industry, they were here to try to tap into the laptop market, which seems like a no-brainer since Nvidia uses NanoGuard exclusively in their water-cooled GPU servers. Go check out the video I made on it if you haven't already. It's insane how much potential this thing has. But with our Act Nano meeting over, CES is officially wrapped up, which means there's only one thing left to do. Party. So we hop in a cab and make our way to Mandalay Bay, where we were invited to attend the Segway party, where the only thing faster than their e-bike was the speed at which my liver was processing tequila. So 12 drinks and 4 pounds of hors d'oeuvres later, it was time to cap off the trip at the finest establishment in Las Vegas, Circus Circus, where I proceed to absolutely demolish Lupe in bowling. So what did we learn on this trip? Welp, AI isn't going anywhere, Lupe underestimates edibles, the repair industry is completely fucked, and Radio Shack still exists. And with that note, thanks for watching.
I devoured my drink. I'm under the influence. I'm not a responsible person right now.